like show.
And then interview me after, and I'll
Yeah, for
explain.
sure.
What does that stamp say?
This is not to be used for bribing politicians.
Yeah.
Stamp.
We need a lot of big bills.
What's the? Oh, yeah, I got a hundo in here. I know.
$1 bills ain't gonna do it.
Well, I mean, they will get spread a lot more rapidly.
There you go. 20s are good.
This one has CopBlock.org, badges don't grant extra rights, not to be used for bribing politicians. Free Keen's #1 blog for news, opinion, activism, freekeen.com. And then pro-liberty talk radio, freetalklive.com.
It's like a regular
and
passport.
Question Authority at Derek J. Freeman, livefreeordance.com.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So 5 good sites on one of these. So that's a very effective way to share ideas. Yeah.
Awesome.
Provide people with a resource to check out. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So what are you up to? What's going on?
Well, we got this. Wait, which one is it? Ben Cohen from Ben and Jerry's, like down at the Occupy Wall Street. We had a stampathon, like a stampede. He was down there, and like a bunch of other people from Get Money Out of Politics, working group. And if everybody, stamps your money and then sends it out into circulation, you send a message, and it actually increases the value of fiat currency. It makes it more valuable than it was before.
Right. So I think this is the first time I've heard that term stampede. But so you're just saying you get a lot of people together with stampers and you just stamp all your bills?
Yep. I mean, I bought my own. It was like $10. I think the website. I think it's
on here.
Stampede. I looked for it on.
Yep. Stampede.org.
Right. Okay. That's one. Can you get it?
Yeah, probably not. But anyway, cool.
Stampede.org.
So why is that issue important to you?
Well, exactly, because that's what's like completely, killing. In order to run for office, people have to get funds. They need money. And that's what corrupts, because the people that they get the money from are like bazillionaires, and then they end up corrupting because the person gets in and then they have to do what the person who gave them all the money wants. So if we get money out of politics, then they can't be bought. Politicians can't be bought by,
Right. No, I think that's a good idea. But what would you say to someone who agreed with that, but then said, how about let's not even have that institution that allows for certain people to be bought? Like we all just run our own lives and respect each other. What would you say to...
Right, to be supported by the people, and like they shouldn't even be allowed to get money from corporations, from rich people in the first place. It shouldn't even be allowed. It's like obviously the scale is going to completely tip, and the little guy is going to just be squeezed out more and more and more.
Well, what would you say? Yeah, I would agree, but what would you say to someone who agreed with that, but then said, why even have someone who's external? Why even allow them to be your leader to like tell you how to run your life? Like, can't we all just run our lives better ourselves, and we don't even need that?
Need somebody running. Yeah, I don't believe in politics. I don't, believe in it at all. But the whole point of life is for people to grow, to be an individual, to grow to be an adult. If we're perpetually putting people in office like that are, supposed to. Maybe if they do represent the people, that it could be another story. But just like money isn't backed by anything, politicians aren't backed by the people either. So it's that split that causes all the problems. There needs to be a connection. If the politician stayed connected to the people, but he doesn't. He ends up being bought, and then there's that.
Right. So what's your ideal? What would you like to see happen? If you recognize that having that system isn't ideal, then why not just try to...
Personally, I don't even. I think we should get rid of money altogether. Regular fiat. I believe in bartering. I don't know why we can't just like barter services or there's the Bitcoin. People are here, which I'm learning about what that is myself.
What would you describe that as for someone who's just learned of it?
It's technically, it sounds like it's a stock. you invest in it like a stock, and it increases the value. So if you get it now, I mean, it started in 2009, so I think the value of it has increased, and then the more people hear about it and then go to the website and get it, then the value of it goes up. If you don't spend it, it's kind of like a PayPal account, but it's like a stock that goes up.
So what are some of the most exciting things or like thought-provoking things you've talked to in conversation or seen at a session? Or
well, it's pretty hard to top anything that I've heard up until now. Like I've been doing this stuff for like a long time, pretty much. I mean, I'm new to the liberty movement, but I've been kind of awake and encouraging people just on health-related issues, to like live to your full potential and use all you have, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But I guess it's just good to be, know that about a free state project where people actually want to create, a whole state where, people can live free and, grow up to be an individual like nature intended.
Right.
Get back to nature. That's my motto,
Cool.
Get as close and learn as much about nature and the way your body is supposed to work.
So how'd you come up here with a few friends from New York?
Dan Panzella lives in Staten Island right across the bridge from me, and then we picked up Tatiana, and then we picked up Evan.
Nice, that's a good crew to roll with.
Oh, yeah, it was quite a trip.
You guys should record it and then make a show out of it.
You had to see us. You had to see us. We picked up John Bush and James at the Boston airport.
Criminals.
You had to see the amount of you had to see us. We couldn't even.
What kind of vehicle were you in?
Dan's dad's like Chevy SUV.
Okay.
It was so stuffed with people and luggage.
Right.
We couldn't even close the back. It was like people with suitcases on there.
Hilarious.
Laughs and,
Hey, it works.
It was crazy.
People help each other out. That's how it works. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, nice to
Remind us your name again.
Catherine with a C Waters, Cat Waters, double T on Facebook.
Awesome. Thanks, Kat.
Sure.